guys, today's going to be a video about why circumstances don't matter, discussing basically how to stay internally in the end result in your mind, essentially doing a really strict, strong mental diet, teaching and training your mind to focus on the end result and kind of filter out, and why you should filter out the kind of external 3D reality you're seeing and not take that as, the truth, basically. So if this is a topic you're interested in, if you'd like me to continue making law of assumption videos and you're, learning from my videos, then please do thumbs up and subscribe. I have loads more videos coming up for this, a lot of ideas, and if you have any of your own ideas, something you'd like me to discuss that maybe someone else hasn't discussed here on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and do let me know if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, because I have an Instagram page dedicated to that with all the information. It's linked below, called LOA Coaching. So if you would like one-on-one help with me for a specific topic or issue, please reach out to me. You don't have to book with me obviously, but we can at least discuss it and you can see what options there are. So let's just get started. Of course, as always, I'm going to be looking down at my phone just to check some notes I've written, talk about each point. This shouldn't be the longest video ever, but I do have about 5 or 6 things I want to mention. So first off is to remind you guys and let you know that no one has free will in your reality. This is a new concept in terms of manifesting and the positive thinking community. It's definitely not something taught in law of attraction. There they kind of teach you that, oh, you can have this or something better, or, it's not meant to be, the universe will bring you what's best. But in reality, we're all in control of our own individual realities, everything we do and we believe, and everything other people believe and do in our reality, in our lives. So the point is that nobody can, suddenly decide that, if you manifest an SP, they can't suddenly decide that actually this isn't what I want, I'm not interested in her, I'm gonna go pick someone else. If you have the belief and are manifesting and consciously manifesting and affirming that, your SP is in love with you, you're committed and everything's going perfectly, they can't suddenly switch, you know what I mean? Like, they have to conform to what you're saying. And likewise, if they start constantly thinking something positive or negative, you will have to conform to that within your relationship as well. And of course you can change it, like it's not like you're a robot being forced to do something, but if they start thinking and believing you have loads of problems in your relationship and that you constantly annoy them, if for whatever reason, let's just say that happened over time, over a long period of time, you'd have to conform to that. But then you could change it back to being positive. So don't freak out at what I'm saying. It's just to show you guys that everyone in our realities and your SP's individual reality has to conform to whatever their, dominant beliefs and thoughts are. So basically, no one can, suddenly choose to have free will and do whatever they want. They have to conform to your assumptions and beliefs and dominant, consistent thoughts day in, day out. That's what they're going to be conforming to and acting like. So just, don't look to your current circumstances in the 3D, the way your life is looking, the relationships you do or don't have. It doesn't really matter currently what you're seeing in the 3D. Anything, text messages coming up on your phone, conversations you've had, you've seen people in real life doing something, it's irrelevant to your end result, to your end goal. Your manifestation can and will come to you. It will happen fully and perfectly in your 3D reality. You just have to keep working on your thoughts and your mindset and, doing your mental diet and just staying in that end result as much as you can in your mind. And they won't be able to have free will to just decide, to do anything they want. So don't freak out at whatever you're seeing in front of you in your reality. So next point, that kind of covers the whole video really. That is like the most important piece of advice to remember. I think it helped me calm down a lot, and it'll help you guys relax and kind of get a better perspective, knowing that manifestation is perfect. Saying your SP loves you, even if you haven't spoken to him for 5 years, he will have to fall in love with you. Something amazing will happen for that to come about, if that makes sense. So just stay in that thought if you start to spiral. And next point is that, as soon as you start to affirm, the 3D starts conforming. And whether it's right in front of you, whether someone texts you something, you have a conversation with someone that implies that what you want is, building and unfolding perfectly for you, Or it may be that you don't see it at all. This is why ignoring what you see in front of you in the 3D is so important, because a lot of the times when it comes to other people, the changes are happening in their own minds, their own thoughts, and behind the scenes, meaning that it's like you're watching a theatre production and the people you're affirming for, to analogize this, people you're affirming for are behind that curtain. You know, the production hasn't started yet. You don't know what the stage looks like. You don't know that the people are perfectly prepared and they're in their positions and they're about to start performing and acting and whatever. You don't see that because you're just looking at this blank, you know, drawn curtains, right? But really, things are happening behind the scenes in other people's lives. Your job, your manager is, you know, conforming to what you want. Your manager's conforming to, he's about to give you a promotion or a raise, right? So don't panic if what you're literally physically seeing in your own personal experiences is not what you want. Conforming is happening and changes are happening. People are moving to give you what you want. I promise. You just have to trust the process. You're not God. You know what I mean when I say you're not God. Like, you can't see everything. You don't know what everyone's doing. You're not psychic, so you don't personally know all the change that's happening. But as long as you persist in your desired outcome mentally, then it has to come about perfectly. But regardless, the moment you start affirming, there are changes happening. It could be even just thoughts in your own mind that help you conform to your end result. The next point is more just me kind of reassuring you guys and giving you guys a more positive perspective that nothing is permanent. So everything, there's a quote that I really love, and it goes something like, the only constant in life is change. And I really, really, really agree with that. Even if it's small positive changes, it doesn't have to be like, oh, you're with your SP and suddenly you break up. I don't mean like that. I mean more like, you know, whatever situation, emotion, mental state, personal experience you're having, it's not permanent. You know, one day you might be feeling really excited and the next day you might just be feeling content, because you're having completely different experiences. Things are developing and changing. You're constantly changing. So just keep that in mind, that like if you're going through something bad, a really horrible, annoying circumstance in your life that you feel is really hindering your manifestation, it's not permanent. It has to go away. It has to change. It's impossible for something to stay the same forever, especially because we're conscious creators, especially if you're consciously manifesting it. It physically, literally, by law, cannot stay the same. So next point to note is that your current 3D reality is most probably just playing out your old thoughts. I know that this isn't really something I've researched personally, but it's something I've heard a lot of people in the manifestation community discuss, about the fact that whatever you're currently seeing in your 3D reality is that your new affirmations and assumptions and thoughts and visualizations have yet to fully form, right? Like I said, there's always movement and change happening. However, you know, it might not be that the next day you physically literally get your entire manifestation. So whatever you're still seeing in your 3D, if you're affirming, you have a really good mental diet, but your SP is still maybe not messaging you as often as you want, or they ghosted you again, something suddenly happened. It might just be hot and cold behavior because your 3D is still currently playing out a couple of old thoughts and assumptions, you know? It hasn't fully conformed and happened, but just trust the process. That's the key thing. Just have patience and trust and persistence. Persistence in your affirmations and just the whole manifesting process. The final point I wanted to touch on is the fact that everything is created in your mind. Internally is where everything is created. You know, all the experiences you have, your visualizations, your affirmations, everything creates a visual in your subconscious mind. Now, if I'm correct, your subconscious mind actually cannot even think in words. They translate it into images. So that's why visualizing is such a powerful tool, because you're literally putting specific exact images of exactly what you want, looping it over and over and over again, and that's going straight to your subconscious. The external reality in your 3D is not even real, because it all changes according to your thoughts. It's just playing out, you know, over time what you think and assume. So don't even look to that as your reality, as the proof, as evidence, as, you know, the factual information that, oh yeah, but my SP didn't text me all week. Just go into your mind, because internally is where all of that is being projected, and that all of it's coming from there. It may be old thoughts, and if you feel like you've been really confident in your mindset and the way you've been affirming and persisting and flipping negative thoughts, and you know, whatever other tools you use, whether it's visualizing, rampaging, whatever, if you feel really confident and you know you've been doing it right, you've been feeling amazing, you've been having very few negative thoughts, just persist. Don't even question it. Just be like, yeah, this is, you know, the external reality is probably just old thoughts playing out. It's not that I've created this by not doing a good mental diet. I'm just going to persist in what I'm doing because I know it's right. I know it's taking me down the right path. Or, you know, it may help you realize that actually this is a reflection of me constantly having these negative, intrusive thoughts come up and me just allowing them to sit there in my mind, not flipping them, not changing them. So yeah, it will help you maybe analyze if you've been not on the best mental diet, your thought process hasn't been the best, or it will just maybe reassure you to know that actually this is definitely the old reality playing out, because for the past 3 months I've been affirming non-stop, I've been staying in the end result, and I can feel it's coming. I just know it's coming. You'll know for yourself which of those points is specifically relevant to you. It can be different for everyone. However, the key points of being on a really good mental diet and just staying in your internal thought process and internal visuals and everything and end result is far more important than anything you're looking at in your 3D. 3D isn't real, it's just projecting old thoughts and it hasn't fully conformed yet. Because you don't fully have your manifestation yet, it just means that the 3D hasn't conformed yet, so just ignore whatever you're seeing if you don't like it. Everyone has free will in your reality, that's the key point. They have to eventually conform. The situations have to change. Revision has to take place, whatever the case may be. I hope this made sense. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed and you learned something. It would mean a lot to me. And as always, leave a comment, or if you have any feedback for me, I'd love to hear it below. And I will see you next time. Bye.